Hey guys, how's it going? We're back again with another episode of DioField Chronicles. I was able to, off-screen, go through and get everyone's, gear and some of their weapons upgraded. So, I mean, I feel pretty good about that. Everyone at least has purple. Oh god. I wanted to get him, a different ring instead of the one that he has. He still has that one. I wanted to get him something that focuses. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with luck for luck for him, because his luck is pretty high. Seems like he'd be pretty good at getting some critical strikes as a melee. The axe, I didn't get him the axe that I wanted. I wanted to get him something that the one that would give him 300 some odd hit points, just so perhaps I could swap him in for my cavalry guy, but he's got 1800 health, he got 1300, defense is 60, defense is 71, oh my god. But also keep in mind he's 4 or 5 levels higher than him, so conversely he could have a lot higher of a defense and maybe more hit points, but you know, that's neither hot here nor there. Then again, I'm curious. We get him that. Then again, his attack is so much better. Hey, what you up to, cat? Nothing we can really do with his other abilities until he gets to rank 5. If anything, I'd probably do this, get him even more health, make him even more tanky. He takes a lot of damage when he's up there on the front lines. I do like him. The attack speed, that's just... he just rips through enemies. The back line, he just absolutely shreds them. Get another 20 towards our technique and be doing some really good damage with his abilities. The evasion would be nice, getting that 20% jump. Yeah, I do want to get that, get his luck up. She's pretty set with everything she has. Look at that, it doubles at her next level. Only problem is that we gotta wait until we get to unit rank number 5. He is starting to grow on me. I do like that. Can't say enough good about her. We get that technique up again, she's really gonna be hurting with her luck and her technique. Oh my. $81 luck, 35 technique, should be up to 45 once we get her another level and put another point there. If we could only match the luck, you know, with his technique. But I'm fine. He he does incredible damage. Let me just see if we got anything new. Nope. Oh, it's an escort quest. Gosh darn it, I hate those. Level 18. Carriage destroyed, so we gotta protect it. None of our allies die. Gotta win within 6 minutes. Got a treasure chest. Easy peasy. Let's do it.
This mission has come from the Granville Church. You will be heading to Westfield's Baladin Wilds. Wilds is not a misnomer. The region is all but uninhabitable. The land there is barren and ill-suited to agriculture. A true wasteland, plagued by natural disasters and infested with monsters.
Ooh.
A recent tornado laid waste to one village, and many of the local children were orphaned. Escort the priests to Baladin and bring the children back to enter the care of the church.
This is to be our mission, while Tagaria remains occupied.
There's no need to be preoccupied with Tagaria, Fred. Right now, we bide our time till the right moment. We must be patient.
And besides, we're mercenaries, are we not? We simply go where we're told.
But is our assistance actually required? What became of the children's parents?
It is reported many died trying to protect their young.
I wonder what brought them to that place. It's such a desolate and dangerous region.
Their village borders the frontier. The only region of DioField Island that remains completely uninhabited. It's one of the Granville Church's holiest sites.
All those tales are simply nonsense. People are foolish to believe in such fanciful legends.
Foolish or not, let's head for Baladin.
Greetings, Blue Foxes.
Greetings. You're Catherine, of the Templar Knights?
Yes, I'm to be your guide for this mission.
Oh, okay.
I'll also be on the mission. The name's Estalt Yufer, mercenary.
Eh, two guests? Okay.
Estalt is a magicka whose services we have often engaged. He will fight alongside you.
I hear the way ahead is plagued by monsters. Is the boy really up to the task?
Please don't underestimate me because of my age. I'll wager I'm far more capable than some of you.
Oh, wow.
As long as we don't have to look after you, all shall be well. Andreas, are you listening?
Forgive me. I overheard the priests talking about some room the children would be taken to.
Did you hear for what purpose?
No doubt they plan to introduce them to some of our scriptures. Does that thought trouble you?
Yeah, well, we've seen how the church was to our previous commander.
Have we some kind of problem here?
No.
I don't think we've heard the end of this.
We've been asked to undertake another escort mission.
Alright, we got enemies there, enemies there.
To rescue the children, we must ensure that the carriage arrives safely at its destination. This area is infested with fearsome monsters. Be sure not to get bogged down in battle.
Fighting talk. I like it.
You'll make an excellent decoy. What? Pay her no heed, Estalt. Her barbs belie her prowess on the battlefield. Aye.
The beasts are closing in. Everyone, prepare for battle!
Alright, let me see. So, treasure chest is right over here. So we got that group there. Then we'll engage these guys. Probably send someone over there to snag that. Come up, help them out. Push through that, push through that. But we gotta take these guys out first.
Understood. I've got it.
I'm off.
Got it.
Let me see. Can we poison them all? They'll do decent damage.
Death. You're not going anywhere.
I'll take you down. Next target. Go.
Put down. Righto.
Understood. Yet another foe defeated. Very well. Understood. I've got it.
I'm off.
Found one. On my way.
Embrace death.
Understood.
Righto.
Am I just out of range? Seriously?
I've got it. I won't miss.
You're not going anywhere.
On my way. Go. Enemy down. I'll take you down. Next target. On my way.
Righto.
Target eliminated.
So we got that up there. Haven't really used a lot of our thingy things, our abilities, so I think
I've got
we're
it.
good.
Go.
I'm off.
Understood.
Get in there, I got you. Why? Oh, you're one of those guys.
I'll take you down. Seize victory! On my way. Go.
Don't stop.
Righto.
Very well. I've got it. I'll take you down. Target eliminated. On my way.
Alright, so we got a barrier over here.
I've got it. Very well. Go.
Wouldn't it be something if it destroyed the barrier in one hit? Well, that is something. Get him both.
Death.
You're not going anywhere.
I'll take you down. Target eliminated. On my way. Go. Understood.
You don't want to get hit by that.
I won't miss.
Come on, archers, get your asses in here. Uh-oh.
Enemy reinforcements approaching from the flank. We must protect the carriage.
Leave it to me, Catherine.
Very gallant of you, Astolf. Everyone, watch your rear.
I'll do my best.
You've come a long way since we first met, Rickles. Now, just keep calm. Focus on the enemy.
Okay, Iska. I won't let you down.
Let me see.
Understood. Understood.
God damn it! You know I'm trying to use my... Ah! Stop biting me!
Righto.
You little conehead cat. Ah! That's my finger!
On my way.
Stop! Can I just drop a button?
Push forward.
Followed up with pandemic.
Embrace death.
And in position. Another one down. All according to enemy down.
Ah!
Very well. On my way. Understood.
Righto.
Can you stop biting me, you little shit? Doesn't look like any enemies here, so unless something's gonna come up from in front of us. Here, you sit up on my shoulder.
On my way.
You butthead, stop biting me.
Go. Very well.
Ah! Devil cat.
I've got it.
Righto.
On my way.
Stop biting me, you little conehead.
Go.
Mind hurrying up and getting over here? driving Miss Daisy in that carriage. There we go, finally. That's not bad. It takes about 3 minutes for it to get there. You got 6 minutes to finish it. That's pretty easy.
You weren't too bad yourselves, but it seems we're not done just yet.
Oh, we got something else to fight? There we
These next wave
go.
of enemies seem more cautious. As though they're scoping us out.
Yeah, that's fine. Let him.
Keep an eye on the rear, and let's clear this up, quickly.
Estelle, you haven't even done anything yet. You've just been sitting in carriage duty.
Very well. Go.
Understood.
Rachel!
Alright, we could drop a poison, get a dot on it. Doesn't seem like it'll do too much. I'd rather go with the poison just to get the dot. Alright, so we got poison on it. Shadow step, that'll do a big. And he's right behind it, so we got the save stun shot. Hit him with a rain of arrows.
They're not going anywhere.
And that's what we saved stun shot for.
I won't miss. I'll take you down.
So he's probably gonna have a number of different phases that we're gonna have to, yep.
I'll take you down.
Get him again.
Push forward.
Next target.
Is it dead? Yep, dead. Oh, alright, that wasn't too difficult. Nice, got everything. Decent amount of gold. Only took us a little over 3 minutes to get it done, so it's doable. All of the missions, they have time limits, but you'll be able to get it done pretty fast. I haven't had any where I've really stressed over the amount of time that it takes in order to get that bonus. And if you miss a treasure chest or anything like that, you can always go back and play the mission again. I mean, it's worth it in order to get the grind that you're gonna need for, I wanna say there's a trophy where you need to collect like 1,000,000 gold, and that's cumulative, like you don't need to have like 1,000,000 all at once. So you're gonna need that in order to get your people's gear upgraded.
Achieved a greater grasp
Can
of
you
my
stop
art.
biting my finger, cat? Ay.
Thank you for your assistance, Blue Foxes. The children have been escorted out of the wilds. They are now safe under the care of the church.
I don't know, man. We seen what the church did to our commander.
Safe from falling prey to monsters, perhaps.
Ho ho ho! Idris.
What are you implying?
Nothing good.
Human experiments. Testing the forbidden arts. Creating magic monstrosities.
That's preposterous.
Calm now, Walter Quinn. You don't have proof of any of this.
Perhaps not. But I've heard plenty of rumors about the church's humanitarian missions.
Yeah, come on, what they did to our commander, you know?
Tell me, Catherine. Do you know where the orphans taken in by the church are living now?
Ho ho ho. Tepid pause.
Forgive me. I must return to the High Temple at Harleglian.
She left in a hurry. Should we be concerned?
This may not be the moment, but you're a very special unit. I'd like to join, if you'll have me.
Okay, so he sounds like he's gonna be another ranged unit. So is he potentially gonna be the gunner that we're able to recruit?
I have no objections. Your command of ancient
Oh
sorcery
no,
would
he's
be
another
most impressive.
spellcaster.
But Fred, he's still a child.
Exactly. Better for him to escape the church's clutches before he becomes another experiment.
Damn. Wynn really does not like the church.
What? You think that's what they had in mind for me?
It's quite probable. After all, no one would look for you if they reported you dead.
It's true. And your magical ability would make you a valuable test subject.
Damn then! My life is my own. Mercenary I may be, but I am no mere commodity.
He turned on the church really quick. Didn't take much.
That settles it. I must break free of this hell.
Then join us. But be aware that it's not an easy life. You may come to miss your hell.
Try me.
Oh. Didn't take much to get him to leave. So, bad enough we got the Empire, like, that's
I wonder what happened to Catherine.
breathing down our neck, like, slowly encroaching in. But it's also looking like we might have a potential enemy inside from the church. That's awesome.
You should have stopped her leaving if you were worried about her.
Oh, I'm not worried. Really. I'm unconvinced by Walter Quinn's claims about the church's dark side.
Well, the rumors are common knowledge. Not that anyone dares to openly accuse the church. Then again, if a Templar knight were to give testimony as to what she knows...
You mean?
But even if Catherine were to spill the church's dirty secrets, what does it have to do with us?
We're the one who got her to. So that'd put us right in their crosshairs.
It might be our chance to live in a society that doesn't unthinkingly follow the Granville Church.
What's the plan then?
I'm simply theorizing, Iscarian, not planning.
You're trying to gain leverage over the church. Why?
We ought to look after our interests, that's all. Our allegiance is to Duke Hende alone.
And even Duke Hende seems a little sus.
What on earth are you scheming? We're mere mercenaries.
Scheming? I was stating the facts, that's all. All for now, at any rate.
Izzy was a little quiet there. Makes me wonder if
Having helped the unit rescue the Baladin orphans, young Magica Estalt Ufair is allowed to join the Blue Foxes. Meanwhile, fears of another Imperial advance prompt Alatain to open talks with the Alliance.
I mean, we should have been talking with the Alliance from the start.
Was formed in order to halt the Trovelt-Shovian Empire's relentless expansion. It contains dozens of nations, but its key members are the republics of Verma, Aluge, and Porrand. The Lord's Council chooses Duke William Hende as their representative to lead the negotiating delegation. The first round of talks takes place in Southfield, with representatives from Verma and Porrand. The Blue Foxes escort the Duke to the summit, and are tasked with ensuring his safety throughout. Alas, the Duke rejects the Alliance's conditions outright, and negotiations are suspended.
Yeah, that's great.
This rejection infuriates a Vermin diplomat by the name of Dalmazio. And he is seen cursing the Duke's name as he leaves the summit.
Great. Give us more enemies to deal with. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, if we're in the command tent.
Dearie me. Huh?
Oh.
So, anyway. That can't be right.
Indeed.
Huh?
I guess.
Come on now.
Excuse me?
Okay, okay. Aw, look at that, man. We're just the tiniest sliver away from unit rank 4. Come on, man. Ah. Oh well, we're closing. I mean, it's nice that we got another spellcaster, even though all I really have them as right now would be support, but I'd like to get like another cavalry unit, or like the gunner that I keep reading about. Oh, so we gotta defend the Duke, so that one guy is gonna come after him. That's awesome. Alright, so you got 1, you got 3, you got 2. Once we get that, we'll put a point into luck, so that way he improves his critical strike. I'm thinking putting it into luck. I mean, as a frontliner, a melee, like, his luck is pretty high. Would definitely put it into technique. I mean, she hits pretty hard right now as it is. To have her abilities, whenever we use them, inflicting big damage, that'd be awesome. 13, so let me see. So we can improve his skill damage. Huh. Alright, so the lower his health, the more damage he can do. Oops. I like this. Yeah, get him up to 4 with that. like that. That's good. Damn, but he has doo-doo gear. So we gotta upgrade all of that. His luck is pretty high though for a mage. That's interesting. Alright, we're gonna have to upgrade his gear. Let me see. I'm not really too concerned with weapons for him. Give him some health with that. Oops! Still want it in there. And let me see. Technique. That's good. Yeah, we'll keep luck going with him. And that's all of our money. So the question, I guess, is, do we put him in? I mean, he essentially has all the abilities that she has. It's just that his can do a little bit more damage with his spells. No, never mind, never mind. They both have skill damage boost level 4. It's just that she has more EP. Huh. We haven't really had to heal, though. So we could pop him in, give us another, like, attacker versus a healer. Okay, I like that. Oh wow, look at that! His attack is pretty high for a mage, especially considering his level. And his technique and luck are comparable to her, and she's like 3 levels higher. Interesting. When am I gonna get some more of like these characters? We got a little bit of our gold back. I wish it'd let us like sell for more money. That'd be nice. Can't learn it yet. Can't learn yet. Now I said I wanted to work towards this. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Yeah, give the status effect, that's gonna help a lot. Can't wait till we can finally learn these abilities. Can't wait till we finally get a marksman. Nope, we're good. We're good. Alright, can we upgrade our weapons any? We can build into this right here in order to help us get closer to getting the 15 of one type of weapon that we need for the trophy. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I like Shadow Step. I really wish that this weapon had a Shadow Step instead of Assassination. I just like it because it warps us to a location. Alright, so that should get us, I want to say 11 or 12 now. So, 13, 14... and then 15. So we'll keep building into daggers. I mean, I like it. He's like our best attacker, quickest attacker. Used to really like leaping attack, but then got into using Shadow Step. Avatar Rush. I can't wait till we finally get that ability. Do we have anything unlocked over here? I think we got everything except for this ability. We just don't have those blue stones to boost it up. Alright. I keep hoping that we'll get treasure in there one of these days. Do we have any, No, we don't have any. Oh, so it's just this one. I wonder, is it going to be a hold? It looks like a holdout. Barricades destroyed. No allies fall. Complete in 6 minutes. And treasure chest. So, standard mission. Dukende must have really pissed that guy off.
I am afraid that talks with the Roadtail Alliance have broken down. The terms they proposed were simply unacceptable. True shame.
And these terms were?
They demanded exclusive jade extraction rights from the Gaian mines for 50 years, no less. A preposterous request.
Dukende!
What's the matter, Lorraine?
Alliance troops advance. And on this position, no less. This man will brief you on the situation.
Fantastic. Aye.
My name's Castivir Bernal, a knight of the Republic of Verma. If I might be so very bold, Duke Hende, this is a predicament of your own making.
Makes me wonder if Hende did it purposely.
Lost great face when you summarily rejected their offer.
Frankly, the offer they proposed was simply unacceptable. If you've come here to have me reconsider, you are wasting your time.
These Alliance troops, they've been sent as an unofficial message. You are surrounded, but I will aid you nonetheless.
Really?
Why would a vermin knight betray the Alliance to assist us?
Simple. Because my country has already betrayed me. I can no longer return there.
Given the circumstances, we've no choice but to trust him. If he's a spy, we know what to do.
I have requested military support from the Royal Forces stationed in Southfield.
We must buy some time until they arrive.
Great.
Whatever
We're attacking the
happens,
Empire
please stay
and the
inside,
Alliance.
Dukende. We will protect you at all costs.
I just want to see if we have control of the one guy already or not.
Dukende must be captured alive. It is only the mercenaries who are to be slain.
Damn. $14 so far.
Brought a sizable force.
Let me handle this. I'm familiar with their tactics.
Very well. But if you make a hindrance of yourself, we'll leave you behind.
Don't underestimate my abilities, Islander.
Alright, let's see if we have access to him now or not. I wouldn't mind it if he was a guest fighter or not.
There's no way out from here.
The Alliance has strength in numbers. Alone, its members are weak, but together, they overwhelm. They excel at scale and attrition. In small skirmishes, they tend to struggle. Our rear should be safe. We make sure our forces stick together and don't get split up.
Given our lack of numbers, it would seem we have no choice but to take out the enemy one by one.
Well, we can't allow them to enter the camp. We've erected a barrier, but it won't hold forever.
Yes, we must pay attention to the defensive side of things. To some extent, anyway.
That's my kind of fighting. Let's get started, shall we?
Alright, gotta find the location of the treasure chest. Alright, so he's a cavalry. Has pretty much all of the abilities he has. Minus the level, or the hit points, or the attack, or the defense. Alright, you can stay in the wings. I like having her, my mages there. I mean, if anything, I could take her out, and I could put him in right over here. So that way, whenever he dives in, he has like a mounted charge that he can use to push the enemy back away from him. I mean, that could be interesting. But I'd lose a stun though, because she has shield bash. Interesting. Nah, I'm good with what we have. Alright, so let me see. Treasure chest is right over there. Is it just one? It looks like just one. So we could take two guys, push them out over here, and then move over there. I mean, we're higher level than what the enemy is, so I'm not really too concerned.
Understood.
On my way.
Righto.
I've got it.
Very well.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh man, that was good.
I won't miss.
Give him a bit of an advantage. Take out this guy.
Can't be. Next time. Got it.
Are you ready yet? Nope, not yet. That's fine. Oh, you're using that.
Righto.
Go over here. Get that. Get that.
Can't be. Yet another foe defeated.
And I'm just gonna have him go over there and get that treasure chest now.
You're not going anywhere.
Can't
One down.
You can go back over here and get that. You can take out this guy.
be. Next time. Got it.
Oh.
Yes, I think this will do.
Have you step
Very
over
well.
that. You step out of the way of that. Get behind him.
Target eliminated.
Alright, move these guys back to the barrier.
I've got it. The vanguard has fallen! Second unit to the fore!
Alright, more cavalry.
Drop the
Oh!
range. All units, fall back!
They got access to my bridges and all that? I
They're
think that's
using
something.
bridges to create new routes, trying to split our forces, no doubt.
I'm okay with that.
We mustn't allow them to do so. We shall focus our forces and punch a hole in their lines.
You used to be a knight, didn't you, Castamere? What can you tell us about the Alliance Cavaliers?
They're fast, but lack strength and tactical prowess. Even more so now they've lost their best man.
That is precious information indeed. Thank you for your insight.
Alright, so let me see. Move you there, move you there. He can take this guy out. What? Oh, no, no, we don't want to take that out. Alright, let me see. Cavalry is going to be coming this way, so we can move to meet them. Da-da-da-da.
Very well.
Target eliminated. I'll take you down. Can't be. Next target. On my way.
I've got it. I won't miss.
Let me see. How are you guys doing? Nope, we're good. We're good.
You're not going anywhere.
this will take them out.
I'll take you down. Can't be. Target eliminated. On my way. Go. Get another foe defeated. I've got it.
Almost got me.
Victory! Understood. I'll take you down. Can't be. Next time.
Alright, you guys chill right in front of the gate, just in case.
Go.
No!
Victory!
Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything.
Understood.
Any more? Oh!
There's not many of them, but they're really putting up a fight. Third squad, finish them!
You can try. Ooh, here they come.
I can't believe how many of them there are. Is everyone still holding out?
Aye. No worries there.
Wonderful. Then we go again. Once more into the breach.
Yeah, ain't that something? Alright, we're all over there. I think the third one's gonna be the last, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about behind us. So we can march right into them with these guys. They don't have a horseman with them, so with all this, I think these guys should be able to hold them off. Alright, so those guys are... yeah, they're all the way back over here. I guess we can all go together and just finish these guys off really fast.
Very well.
I'll take you down.
Oh, this might be enough to take out all the archers.
Go. I've got it.
I do it like this just to pause the battle timer.
Understood.
On my way.
Go.
I'll just kill him already.
Can't be. Target eliminated. On my way. Push forward.
Alright, get them all swept up together. Is my archer up there?
You're not going anywhere.
And how about my other archer? Yeah, you're there.
In position, seize victory!
On my way.
Enemies out.
Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Oh! One managed to get through? Seriously?
I'll take you down.
Next target.
Easy peasy. There we go. Hey, she gained a level. Nice, nice. Yeah, I like my 2 archer, cavalry, and assassin loadout. I think that's been working really well. Kind of disappointed with the mages in this game. They just don't feel really strong, or at least not yet.
They've gone.
Well, look at that. You saved my life.
Think nothing of it. You aided us in turn. But why were they after you in the first place?
I was conveniently accused of a crime I didn't commit and sentenced to death.
Damn.
Rigorous judicial procedures don't apply to knights far from home in a foreign land.
Tragic, I'm sure. Now, shall we head back for Central Field? We have dawdled long enough.
How you doing, fat cat?
I've been wondering, Castamere, why did the Alliance double-cross you?
It was simply a case of a lizard shedding its tail to save its life. Verma has always been the Alliance's dominant power, given its military and political might. However, a cloud of suspicion has long hung over our delegate. There were certain rumors. Aluge and Porrand sent spies to Verma to investigate whether those rumors were true.
Oh.
Only for them all to be killed. Murdered with a modern magical weapon, smuggled from the Empire.
Uh-oh.
What was this weapon?
A gun grit. It's a powerful long-range firearm that uses small iron bullets.
Yeah,
Now,
we've faced.
It just so happens that I know a thing or two about gun grit handling.
Oh! Alright, so is he like a ranged cavalry guy? I might give him a try then.
And so the shadow of suspicion fell on me, and it was decided that I should be executed.
And? Was it you?
Best not get into that.
Uh-oh.
Negotiations with the Alliance break down, causing Dalmazio to summon his guard and unleash them on Duke Hende.
God dang
the
it.
Blue Foxes fend off the attack, and Dalmazio returns home with his tail between his legs. Yet the unexpected breakdown of discussions angers the mediating Southfield nobles. With House Redditch out of the picture, House Engram became openly critical of the royal government.
Uh-oh.
Playing into the Southfield aristocrats' fears that they would lose control of their territories. Before long, House Engram had succeeded in organizing a rebellion to overthrow the monarch's rule.
Oh, great.
In
Perfect
response,
timing.
Duke Hende orders the Blue Foxes to nip the nobles' uprising in the bud.
Ay, so much infighting while we're being invaded. That's fantastic. Perfect time, guys. Perfect time. Yay! Level 4, finally. Hey, 10 SP. Nice. So we got another new unit in this chapter. gonna have to take a look at him. A ranged cavalry guy, that could be nice.
Can I tell you something?
Indeed.
I hope this works out.
No.
Stop it!
Ah. Alright, nice, nice. We got some missions that will give us 2,000. Give us a little bit of money. Alright, let me see. Oh no, he uses lances. Another unit that we gotta upgrade. Oh well, let's see what he has. So, increase attack. Reduce skill damage. Okay, okay. Status effects. I like that. Don't mind if I level that up all the way. 30% reduction in that. Wyvern breath attacks won't annoy us so much. Haven't really faced a lot of enemies that use status effects on us, so I'm not really too worried about that. There we go. Okay. We'll save until we get that boost his damage up a little more. If we're gonna use him, then I gotta get his attack up. And his health. Alright, looks like we got someone here who we can talk to. Oh, yeah, one of our new characters.
What is it, Estelle?
I was visited earlier by some Templar knights. They wanted to hire me. And not just part-time like I'm used to, but as a full-on member of the group.
The church has many donors. I've heard that their coffers are deep and their knights well paid. You may very well be better off with them.
Don't wind me up. Why would I join such a corrupt organization? You don't want me gone, do you?
I would not stop you. You have your independence as a mercenary.
Oh, I see.
However, they surely know that you are wise to their dark inner workings. Accept their invitation, and you may be executed upon arrival.
God, wow.
What?
The choice is yours. You can go if you want.
Yeah, you can go if you want, but they might execute you.
No way. I'm a blue fox through and through.
Alright, let me see. So now we gotta upgrade our new cavalry guy. Alright, we just gotta get 4 more. And then we'll get the trophy for having 15 of one type of weapon. That's nice. Give him this one. This will give him both attack and hit points. Let me see. Give him these. And this for attack. Okay, there we go. So he's at 142. 38. Huh, he's pretty close. Far behind in hit points and defense, though. But he has the potential to improve on it. And I said I wanted to get him a ring that focused on luck. Let me see. Ring. There we go. Once I start getting this guy in, I'm curious about how hard he'll hit with his abilities. Her luck and technique are awesome. His luck it's solid, but his technique is so bad. His abilities just don't have the same oomph as what hers does. That's good. Alright, let's sell what we don't need. Got some of our money back. So we got a lot of skill points that we can do now. Still can't level up there. Get shield charge so that way we can actually use that as a stun without having her. I don't know about boomerang axe. Be a nice heal to get. I just don't have like one of them yet, so it's tough to like. So are we gonna eventually get like a wyvern rider? Yeah, I'm okay with having that mastered. I like Shadow Step. Oh, I could have learned Lightning Rod. That's fine. That's fine. We'll probably get these abilities taken out soon too. That's gonna be nice. I really like this ability, Shadow Step. Doesn't look like we have enough to upgrade anything. That one's just attack. Attack and technique. I'd like this one if only we could swap out either Assassination or Dagger Blitz for Shadow Step. It'd make it more worthwhile then.
Come now.
Is something the matter, Fred?
Oh, I was just reminiscing.
Reminiscing?
About the time we spent together in Leicestershire. With our old friend.
Oh.
Ah.
He picked up everything I taught him so quickly. Hunting, riding, fishing. We'd spend days out in the fields together. He had a weak constitution, but such a sharp mind.
What's brought this on all of a sudden?
Come on, Riaz. It's just the two of us. There's no need to be so wary.
All right. Well, I'd say you're the main reason Levi got on so well at the House of Leicester.
Really? I always thought he trusted you more than anyone.
No. I was just his attendant.
Well, aren't we both ever so modest?
I'm not even sure what's true anymore.
I know what you mean.
Okay, 2,000 gold. Got us the tiniest sliver of unit rank. That's not bad. Oh wow! Another 10 SP? Holy crap! Nope. Oh, I thought we had 10 SP. Boo. You tricked me. Ooh, the library. Yeah, everything started taking a south turn here. I was actually looking forward to a potential alliance with them. Oh, it won't show anything while I'm in that. Alright, never mind, never mind.
How about this?
Oh yes, and also... Which means...
Oh, wow. So brutal.
Ah, I suppose so. Mm-hmm.
How fascinating. Right, of course.
I can't believe this.
It couldn't be. Ugh. Oh, will you please forgive me?
I just want to take a look, see if anything else has popped up. No, just that. Alright, that's fine. Alright, level 20. Oh, 4,000 gold. Nice, nice. Rebellion when we got the Empire right over there. Oh gosh. We'll keep the same setup that we have. It's been working pretty solid for us.
This mission will take you to Grost Crypt in northern Southfield. That is where the nobles of Southfield are gathering to make preparations for their insurrection against Centralfield. Your task is to prevent this rebellion.
I used to play in those catacombs all the time when I was but a little girl. Some fools like to claim that they're haunted.
Have we managed to determine the instigator of this insurrection?
Yes. He's called Zachariah, a fixer and middleman for members of the upper class. He has allied himself with House Engram and has been recruiting local nobles to their cause.
Oh, great.
All this in retaliation for the breakdown of negotiations with the Alliance.
Perhaps. In any case, it is a futile effort. I'm surprised the Duke has reacted with such urgency.
Wouldn't it be because he's planning to expand his sphere of influence to Southfield?
Excuse me?
There would be nothing untoward about it. Duke Hende is on the Lord's Council, after all. He's a representative of the kingdom.
Yes, well, it doesn't explain why the nobles of Southfield would try something so utterly foolish.
I suppose we'll soon find out.
Okay. How fitting that we fight in a crypt.
It's the Blue Foxes!
How you doing?
Why are they here? Did they catch wind of our plans?
Maybe.
Keep your composure. They're giving us an opportunity to test our secret weapon.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
It's been a while, but nothing's changed. I feel at home here.
It feels like something could jump out at us at any moment.
Hey, cut that out! You know I'm no good with this spooky stuff.
Forgive me. There is something about this place that... perfect for hatching a plot.
Quinn mentioned that this place is rumored to harbor drifting souls. That reputation ensures no one comes close, and so the plotters have been able to act in secret.
Ah, then we're not actually expecting any ghosts. All right, so no worries.
I wouldn't be so sure. Rhea said nothing regarding the rumor's veracity.
Count me out of this one, then.
Come now, enough of that, you two. We need to open the door. Which means we'll first need to secure that turret over there.
Alright, treasure chest, 8 minutes, no one falls, and there's a lot of gold. Alright, treasure chest is right over there. Turret. So we got 2 turrets in this next room to open that last door. So we'll have to split up our forces again.
Go. Very well.
I've got it.
I'm off.
I'll take you down.
Aw, he's out. Just like that.
Next target. On my way.
Righto.
Understood. Go. On my way.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
Seize victory!
Understood.
Go.
I've got it.
I'm off.
I'll take you down.
Good damage. Oh, he's almost dead.
I'll take you
Nah,
down.
you're not gonna get me with that. You die.
Target eliminated. On my way.
Uh-oh.
I won't miss.
Go.
Oh, he is capturing it.
Enemy down. Understood.
I'll have him go
Right.
get the treasure
It's open.
chest.
Now we need to capture those 2 turrets in order to open the door within.
There are some enemy patrols in the area. It would be wise to take them out one at a time.
Where's the fun in that?
Very well.
On my way.
I've got it.
I'm off.
I'll take you down.
Go. On my way.
foe defeated.
Get in there, I got you.
Could be useful.
Go.
I'll take you down.
Go. Very well.
I'm off.
Understood. On my way.
Get behind him.
I'll take you down.
I won't miss.
Yeah.
Next time. Go. On my way. Go.
Understood.
I've got it.
Righto.
On my way.
Oh yeah. Take out that mage.
Target eliminated.
No magic for you.
On my way.
Take this.
Let me see.
You're not going anywhere.
I'll take you down. Next time. Go. On my way. Go. Target eliminated. On my way.
Righto.
Understood.
Very well.
I'll take you down. Target eliminated. Go. On my way. Go.
Push forward.
Capture successful.
I won't miss.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, he already captured it. Okay.
Go.
Very well.
Enemy down.
I get another foe defeated. Understood. Very well.
I'm off.
On my way. Understood.
And
It's been secured.
got it. Something gonna come out for us to fight. Ho ho!
So, you were here after all, Zachariah.
I don't recall inviting any foxes to my domain.
We just kind of made our home here.
Really? You made so little effort to conceal your plotting, I thought you wanted us to come.
I'll teach you some manners.
Come teach me.
I owe you for last time, you know. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with you.
Ooh.
So you'd better enjoy yourself while you can. You'll be begging for death soon enough.
Damn.
Enough of your prattle. This ends here.
So they got a lot of mages in there.
Understood.
I'm off.
Understood. Go.
I won't miss.
Nah. Uh-oh.
Here goes.
Yeah. No abilities for you guys.
On my way. Go.
At least our archers will be able to get like sneak attacks on them.
I won't miss.
Next target. On my way.
Seize victory!
Understood.
Righto.
I've got it. I'll take you down.
Alright. And then we'll just drop a couple of bomb ups on them, and that's probably gonna be that.
Be gone with you.
Very well.
I'm off.
Understood.
I can drop one more if I want. Let's do it.
Be gone with you.
Oh.
I'll take you down.
Oh, I don't want to get hit by that. Oh, don't want to get hit by that.
I won't miss.
I'll take you down. On my way. Go. On my way. Go. On my way. Go. Push forward.
Just kill it.
I won't miss.
I'll take you down.
Oh, nuts.
On my way. Go.
You're not going anywhere.
Huh?
You're not going anywhere.
I've got it.
I'm off.
Go. On my way. Go. On my way. Go.
Ah!
I'll take you down.
No! Not
Next time.
Down for good, down for good.
On my way.
understood.
I'll take you down.
Ah, we're good. We got this.
I'll take you down.
One more? One more.
Got it.
Push forward.
On my way. I'll take you down.
Righto.
I've got it.
This should be the last go.
Next time.
There we go. Easy peasy. Whoop, got all the rewards. I love that.
I've learned some new tricks.
Gained a couple of levels out of it. That's not bad. He's close to 27, so we're closing in on the trophy where you gotta get someone up to level 30. So that's good.
It's now or never.
Uh-oh. That's a... Is that the secret weapon he was talking about?
What the?
Oh, is this the bone dragon we gotta fight?
Is it a wyvern skeleton? No! It's far too big!
Was it them who summoned it?
Oh, it doesn't look like it's happy with them.
This isn't right. Why isn't it listening to me?
Oh no!
What's happening, Zachariah?
Oh damn! Need some meat on its bones. Oh god! Oh yeah, let's do this.
Walter Quinn.
What a treat. I simply cannot resist.
Uh-oh.
It's coming at us!
Rise from the dark depths of your tombs, my corpse army. Now is the time to unleash your rage upon this hapless puppet.
Walter Quinn?
Uh-oh. Oh, damn. She's a necromancer? Was she the one raising dead? That one city? Way back in chapter 1? Huh. Interesting. Oh, I wanted to fight that! Dag nabbit. Okay, that's concerning.
Oh, it's too much. Too much. I simply can't resist any longer. This hex is too delicious.
Walter Quinn.
Yes? What is it?
Walter Quinn, are you listening?
Of course. Why are you pulling that scary face?
Enough of the little girl act. You summoned the dead right in front of us.
Ah.
Yeah.
You noticed then?
Of course we did. When were you planning on telling us about your powers?
I never knew I had them. It's just something that happened on impulse.
Yeah.
How did you know how to do that?
I must have a knack for these things.
Does this mean that it was in fact you who made the corpses rise at House Redditch?
Thank you.
Well, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been able to make our escape, no?
But does that mean... Did you kill the Redditchers? Your own family?
I wonder.
I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Surely you're not all that surprised.
Look, let's talk about this later, shall we? I'm keen to leave this place behind.
Damn. Damn.
The nobles' insurrection is thwarted by the Blue Foxes, and its leaders are killed in battle. Not wasting any time, Duke Hende dispatches his troops to the now leaderless Southfield. And before long, the vacated domains have all been taken under the Duke's control. The Duke immediately introduces stricter laws, as well as higher taxes. He also sets about eradicating any local customs and beliefs which he deems to be dangerous. Having grown used to light touch governance, the people of Southfield find such moves oppressive. Indeed, many choose to relocate to other parts of DioField to escape from the suffocating policies. A number of the recently displaced Southfield natives come to Central Field, advocating the adoption of democracy. This new political movement gains followers among those dissatisfied with the royal government. Riots ensued, instilling fear throughout the government. The Blue Foxes are brought in to quell the chaos.
Oh, man. Come on now. Seems pretty convenient for the Duke, though, how he keeps gaining more and more power.
You've known Walter Quinn for a long time, Shivat. Were you aware of her talent for necromancy?
Necromancy?
It's a type of ancient sorcery secretly pursued by the Church. It revives corpses as puppets.
Oh, well, she's been obsessed with ancient sorcery hexes since she was little. She'd sometimes sacrifice animals for them, and she'd show not a hint of remorse. It was chilling.
Damn.
Did you leave her family's service because she frightened you?
No, that wasn't the reason. It was all becoming too much for me. The Daglance traders throwing their weight around, the Engrams cozying up to Porrand.
Not fond of responsibility, then?
I'd have thought a mercenary would appreciate that, but perhaps I got you wrong.
Yes, perhaps you did.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a little concerning with Walter Quinn. concerning there. There we go.
Castovir, I wanted to ask you something about Verma.
Certainly, as long as you don't expect me to spill the Republic's secrets.
You mentioned that there were unsavory rumors about the Vermin representative. What are they?
Well, that certainly qualifies as a secret. Still, I suppose I've already renounced my citizenship. In short, it's thought that he pulled some strings to ensure victory in the election.
Forging ballots, that kind of thing?
Worse, he abducted opposition supporters. This caused outrage at first, of course. But soon people were too scared to speak up. He was the only candidate on the ballot in the end.
Damn.
Some would say that still counts as winning on merit.
Before long, he was one of the Alliance's top dogs, but he could rise no further. After all, such a divided alliance is no match for the Empire.
Really? Then perhaps you ought to have defected to the Empire instead.
Perhaps so, but easy victories have never interested me. And I value freedom above all else. That's why I came to DioField, an island I knew nothing about.
Interesting.
The perfect place to clean your conscience after all the dirty work you did.
Well, I'd rather not think about that.
Man, can we really trust her?
What's that smell?
Well, what a charming greeting. And it's probably the scent of death you're noticing.
Yay.
I've been using a lot of necromancy of late.
No, it's not that. It's something else. It's...
Oh, I know what it is. This smell is sometimes produced when synthesizing herbs for ancient sorcery. It's rather seductive, isn't it? I've heard it can put some people in a trance-like state.
Unbelievable. Not content with corpses, you intend to bend the living to your will as well.
Don't be ridiculous, I've done no such thing. Unless you're saying I've charmed you.
You're a fool. Don't you know that hexes invariably invade their caster's mind? You must know that frequent use will corrupt your own existence.
Oh, so you're concerned about me, are you?
Of course I am.
Well, you needn't worry. I am strong enough. Nothing can corrupt me.
Baselessly confident, as always. Mind that you don't fall prey to your own pride.
You're one to talk about baseless confidence.
Perhaps we are birds of a feather in that regard.
Easy money. I like that. Alright, so let me see. Head down here. Talk to him. Skill. Got that fully mastered. Hey, puppy dog. We're close to almost having everything mastered here, so we'll take that. I do want to see Lightning Rod. Really would like to get, you know, that class sometime. Can we upgrade? So we can do that. Oh wow, look at that. Almost 400 health. Huh. Damn. That one gives you 500 health and 124 attack. If I want to keep progressing, I'm gonna have to go with this one. I don't necessarily have to spend it. I can save until I get this upgraded. Then I can keep going up this path. I think I'll do that. My only concern on purchasing this item would be losing Shadow Step. I'd like to boost that up, it's just he'd lose hit points. Like about 300 if I buy it. He'll gain some luck. Luck. Ay, ay, ay. She'll lose the ability that I really like having, so I don't want to do that. She'll gain a lot of hit points and attack if we buy this. I just want to see what happens. We lose stats with that. Yeah, so we don't keep it. We get Dagger Blitz though. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we get so many kills with it. Huh.
Have you seen Walter Quinn today?
Yes. She's her usual self, despite everything.
I can't believe she can be quite so nonchalant.
Why are you so alarmed by her powers? They could be invaluable in battle.
Oh, that hex was incredible. There's no doubt about that.
What if she used it
But I worry that her moral compass has become distorted.
That's assuming she had one.
Perhaps that's just the way she is, Fred. By the way, she'll keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right.
So they want us to go in there and smack down the people calling for democracy. Alright, protect a barricade and defeat all enemies. We got 6 minutes to do it. It'll give us a decent amount of gold, and we gotta get the treasure chest. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. I do want to take a look at something really quick. Oh, nothing on that map? Okay, okay.
Your mission today is to suppress a riot in Hodlam, a slum in Centralfield. The doctrine of democracy, invented on the continent, has begun to take root among the commoners.
The reason for the sudden spread of democracy in the slums? Is this due to refugees from Southfield taking up residence there?
Yes, the people's growing discontent is manifesting itself as violent riots and looting.
Don't blame them.
You must urgently restore the peace. Bear in mind, however, that the rioters are not soldiers. They are civilians, unaccustomed to fighting. It is vital that casualties are kept to a minimum.
Understood.
Why should rioters receive special treatment? An enemy's an enemy. I, for one, shan't be going easy on them.
Through our recent excursions, the Blue Foxes have built up a formidable reputation in Centralfield. It is likely that some rioters will immediately surrender their arms upon your arrival.
That's right. All the more reason to avoid bloodshed.
I don't make concessions in battle.
They may be vulnerable,
Jeez.
people coerced into participating. So you will have to on this occasion, Walter Quinn.
It's their own fault for being completely powerless and spineless. Why should I feel any pity?
What's wrong with you?
As mercenaries, our livelihood isn't violence. Sometimes we must take lives, but Duke Hende ordered for no unnecessary deaths. We must uphold that.
Let us depart.
Yeah, Walter Quinn's seeming more and more like she's gonna be a problem. Hey, cat. You okay, sneeze butt? Alright, I see a treasure chest.
No one told me we'd have to fight the Blue Foxes. I'm out. There's no way we can beat them.
You think this is a game you can quit anytime? You want to die a dog's death in poverty instead?
But what chance do we stand against them?
They're disorganized. Without a strong leader, they can't fight as a unit. That alone should teach them that democracy is an unrealistic ideal.
Is it? Under the right guidance, I think it could make the world a better place.
Guidance? Iska, the only guidance commoners need is from their king. This isn't a political movement. It's a pretext for outlaws to stir up trouble.
Come on, Fred. People are risking their lives to express their opposition to the royal government. Have you not thought about why that might be?
Ooh, got you there.
All they want is a normal life for their family and friends. Their methods might be wrong, but I wouldn't dismiss their plight because of that.
Alright, so
We
we
must
gotta
seize control
protect
of
the
this place
barrier.
and ensure our defenses remain unbroken.
Stay focused. The enemy is right in front of us.
Aye, aye. I'm well aware.
I'll say this but once more. Please do not be reckless, Walter Quinn.
Me? Reckless? Perish the thought.
Alright, so we got 6 minutes. That treasure chest is all the way over there. Doesn't look like there's any other chest. And those guys are heading right towards us. They're gonna head right towards us. I think I can send Rias over here. Then he can come back here and start helping take out those guys.
Understood.
Understood.
Righto.
On my way.
Push him back.
Forward! Very
That
well.
was nice.
I've got it.
I won't miss. Enemy down.
Understood. Very well.
Found one.
Go.
Uh-oh.
I won't miss. Enemy down.
Understood.
I'm off.
I've got it.
Form ranks! Forward!
I won't miss.
Here goes.
Next doesn't feel as good.
On my way.
Got it. Target eliminated. Very well.
On my way.
Understood. Got it.
It's the bloody blue foxes. We're dead if we don't take them out.
There's nothing more terrifying than a man with nothing to lose.
And a whole mob of such men is even worse. It won't be easy trying to quell them.
But quell them we will. Calmly and carefully.
So we got some there. So we can have...
Righto.
Very well.
On my way.
Understood.
I'll take you down. Be gone with you.
Go. On my way.
Very well.
Righto.
You call that an attack? Another one down.
All according to plan.
Form ranks! Forward!
Understood. Very well.
I've got it.
On my way.
I'll take you down.
And position. Fire.
Stand.
Understood. Target eliminated.
You're not going anywhere.
Very well.
Righto.
I'll take you down.
Target eliminated. On my way.
Understood.
Go. On my way.
You're not going anywhere.
Next target. Understood.
Righto.
I've got it.
Seize victory!
Got it. Enemy down. On my way.
They're even bringing out the Cavaliers. What a warm welcome this is.
This looks like fun. Maybe it's time for me to show what I can really do.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I don't take orders from you.
Damn. Hey, how you going, Asklat? Sorry, I missed you. Oh gosh, Final Fantasy 16? You know, I might get into Final Fantasy 16. I got all of the other ones. I pretty much played every Final Fantasy except for Final Fantasy 3. I saw that they have a Final Fantasy Pixel that's going to be released sometime this year, and it's going to contain, what is it, Final Fantasies 1 through 6? So I'll finally have an opportunity to play 3. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, once they release the demo for 16, I intend to, like, you know, hop in, play that, see how it feels. I'm kind of shocked that it's coming out this year. I thought it'd be like a little longer in development. I mean, what, 15 was in development for how many years before they finally released it? If you had to choose a Final Fantasy, what would you say would be your favorite, Asklat? Just kind of curious. For me, I liked 4. 4 and 6 were both pretty good.
Balderquin, Iscarian, stay focused. The enemy's approaching.
Alright, which way are they coming? Oops, nope. Pushed the wrong button. Alright, so those guys are over there. Those guys are over there. This is probably going to be the last group of them. Alright, so let me see. I'm going to have these two hold right over here. And I'm going to have these guys hold right over here. I'm going to kind of funnel them in towards me.
Very well.
Go.
Yep, here they come. Leaping attack. Might be a little... Okay, okay. No, I feel you on that. I feel you. I mean, 10, it was nice. The spear grid, you know, for leveling your characters. Ah, okay, okay. You're trying to get your hands on the collector's edition, and it's not easy to come by where you live. No, I hear you on that. I mean, an option, I don't know if you checked like eBay to see if you might be able to find it there. One thing that you can do is sometimes people put them on there like collector's editions for games, and they'll have the way that it's written like weird, unique, different, and you can find them that way. That's how I was able to find like a lot of the old school comics and everything that I used to like. Just had to like mess around with the name for it, and I was able to find them. I mean, sometimes you can find them cheap, other times you know, I mean, but you could still find them. I'd recommend trying that.
I'll take you down.
I don't know if that was a good idea, having him dive in on these guys. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd recommend trying eBay if you can't find it anywhere else. I think I might have got myself a little bit too close. Gotta get him a little closer so I can use that. Oh lordy. Alright, let's get you out of that and get you down over here.
Go. Next.
Oh, look at that. Oh man.
I'll take you down.
Oh, this is gonna take these guys out. That's not too bad. Alright, how's everything over here? Alright, they're closing.
Very well, according to plan.
Oh, they're dead. Alright.
On my way.
Well, that worked out pretty fast. I like that.
I've got it.
Alright, I'm gonna push these guys back with this. Just to allow my allies a bit more time to close in. Oh. This might be able to take out a couple of them. Or not. There you are. I need you to hurry. It sucks with him not having Shadow Step. I really like that, just because I could hit from long range with it. Now without it, I mean, I might do more damage, but I don't feel that the weapon trade, you know, was a good one. Alright, charging.
Understood.
Does anyone? Yep, he does. Alright, he'll be able to hit all of them. That's good. And is he finally in range? Can I hit more than two? Probably not. Alright, I saw that she was ready. There we go. Nice. Alright, this fight went pretty good. I mean, my poor knight, he's getting... Damn. Oh, snap. Man, Walter Quinn, like, she has been getting nastier and nastier, you know, the deeper that we've gotten in the game. Alright, so we want to get him off of that.
I've got it. On my way.
Scoop up both of these. Let me see. Cat, you mind? I'm trying to see. Alright, so we got a group over there. We got a group down there. We got a group over here. I'll probably take, yeah, I'll do my one group over here, have them take out these guys.
Understood.
It seemed to work out pretty well last time, so I'm hoping that it holds again.
On my way.
These guys, cavalry archers. These guys I'm gonna have hold position right over here. Yeah, just hold. Just wait.
Understood.
Maybe they can take these guys out fast. If they can take them out fast, I can pivot them back to the center. Have him get out of range. Oh shoot, they are closing. There we go.
In position.
Come on, hurry up, get over there.
On my way.
Ah, damn. Leaping attack. He's still too far away to get the archers. There we go.
Understood. I've got it. Go.
They're starting to move up, so these guys gotta hurry up. Sometimes you gotta use a big attack and get it taken out. Oh, hurry up and die.
Next time. Go.
Alright, gotta retreat back over here. They're coming up. We have a Bahamut summon, so that's good. We'll keep an eye on these guys, see when they get close to that. I think I'll have him 1v1, and I'll have him like come over here in defense.
I've got it.
Stay out of that. Stay out of that. Once these guys are close, then I'm gonna light it up. Not there yet.
Righto.
Got it.
Mere scratch.
Oh, I did hit myself. Whoops. Why are you not dead yet?
Understood.
You're not going anywhere.
There we go. That was good.
Target eliminated.
About time.
Understood.
Righto.
I don't like him with this weapon. It's not as good as the Shadow stat. Any more? Oh, lordy. That was a good fight. So, Ascalot, you haven't played Final Fantasy VII? Like, probably the The big one that really put Final Fantasy on the map?
I have achieved a greater grasp of my art.
Hey, we gained a lot of levels on that one. Almost everyone in our battle party gained one. That fight actually was pretty good.
Have you lost your mind?
Nah, I feel you on it. I remember I ordered the remastered version for Final Fantasy VII, like, I want to say like 2-3 years before it came out. And I was really hyped up to play it. It came out around like COVID, so my pre-order from Amazon showed up like a little late, you know. And I played it really hardcore the first like 2-3 days. Oh, she got DioField? Dude, I think she'll like it. It's a fun game. I mean, I've been having a good time with it. From what I've been reading online, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a long game, maybe like a 30-hour game, but I do like the customization that you can do with the characters, the way that you can equip the weapons. It changes the way that you're going to use them. I mean, like I was saying with Rias, I took away the weapon that had the, Oh, she's getting it for you? Oh, dude, there you go, man. Having a sibling that goes out there and gets you games, that's awesome. That's awesome. I remember, like, oh god, this is gonna show my age a bit, but Chrono Trigger, when that came out. Yeah, there's 3 summons that you can get. I have, well, not 3 summons. There are 3 summons that I have. You can only have 2 equipped at a time right now. I have Bahamut, and I have a healing one as well. The healing one, it's my, oh crap, you know, I gotta heal people up, I'm in trouble. But I've only had to use that like once or twice. Each of them, you'll see a little circle in the bottom right corner that fills up with blue, and every time you have like a full dot, I can use Bahamut. In order to use the healing one, I need to have 2 of the blue dots. But I've only had to use the healing like once or twice, and I think I used it just to see what it, you know, does. The healing for it, it seems like it'd be nice, but I haven't been putting points into that. I've been putting every point, like all of my money, into Bahamut. Okay, so you were alive when those games were coming out. Oh, dude, you played Sokuden. Nice, nice. Yeah, Sokuden. We got a remastered version of 1 and 2. To the best of my knowledge, it's just 1 and 2 that's coming out sometime this year. So I made myself a promise. If I want to get those games when they come out, a lot of the games that I have on my backlog, I gotta start beating. So that's how come, like, it's a part of the reason why I haven't hopped into the next Trails of Cold Steel game yet. I beat 1. I think I put like 94, 95 hours into it before I beat it. And I know the Trails games, really good. I'd highly recommend them to you. But you're going to put a lot of time into those ones. Not to knock him, because, I mean, dude, the story, the character development, like, just, like, top of the line with those games. I would highly recommend it. But for me, if I want to go out there, if I want to pick up any new games, I got to beat some of these games that I have on my backlog pile. Which is your old... my... Oh, God. Wow. Wow. Do you have, like, any particular system in general, or are you just asking me, like, all-time favorite old-time game, or are you asking by like a console? If I was to say like all-time favorite, oh wow, any console, it would come down to Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy IV. Like those would be two of my favorite all-time RPGs. I mean, you could probably toss up Secret of Mana as well, but when I think of it, you know, it's always Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy IV. I love the story for both games. I love the gameplay. I love all the side quests and everything that you can do. Oh, you played Secrets of Mana? Yeah. Oh, I really wish I would have been streaming when I was playing Secrets of Mana on the PS4. I do got to go back, do another playthrough. I saw that I missed some of the treasure chest for upgrading my weapons and all that. So I'm probably going to start up like a new gameplay with the modern version of it. Yeah, Secrets of Mana, that's a fun game. Really like that. But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I think I do still have the box for Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, and Final Fantasy 3 for us. I think it wound up being Final Fantasy 6 for Japan. But yeah, I still have like the cartridges for that. I have the cartridge for the original Final Fantasy. Oh, Castlevania and Mega Man 3. No, Mega Man 2. Those are, yeah, I've kept those oh my god. I really wish I could go back in time and a lot of the old school cartridge boxes, you know, that your games came in, I really wish I would have kept those. I don't know what I did with a lot of them, but I'm glad that I have these ones. Yeah, I also have some of my N64 games. What are you doing, Cat? You try and sit in front of the TV? Cat sees a little cursor like moving right there, so she's like, hey, let me attack it with my paw. Oh yeah, oh my god. Just being able to sit there and play these games. Ay, ay, ay. Those are the good old days. And I like the fact that they're starting to re-release or remastered versions of some of these games. So that way, like, you know, the younger generation is able to come out there and see it. I hope that they can appreciate these games, because what it feels like for me now with the modern games that we have, they tend to rely on graphics wowing you instead of telling a good story like how the old school games were. I mean, I don't know if you remember the original Final Fantasy. I'll admit, the story, it's a little lacking in some areas, but for what it was at the time on the Nintendo, like, it was really good. Like Final Fantasy, any of the Dragon Quest games. Yeah, the new games, they tend to rely too much on razzle-dazzle. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you'll find some good games, some good modern games. I mean, again, I'd recommend the Trails series, you know, that's really good, but a lot of them, they feel like it's more hit or miss, you know? Right, yeah, I feel you on that. That's how come they keep on going out there and remastering, because they know, like, the old school fans will go out there and buy those games, and by word of mouth, it's going to transfer over to the younger fans, and some of them will get into it. No, I feel you on that. Just not a lot of games really draw you in, like, you know, the way that they used to. I mean, I remember, like, gaming magazines when I was younger, reading about when Chrono Trigger, when that was in development, getting ready to come out, you know? Like, I couldn't wait till that game came out. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 2 for us, wound up being Final Fantasy 4. That was another really good game. I like Final Fantasy 6 as well. That's pretty fun. Look at Walter Quinn. She's just out there. She's like evil.
Our orders.
Pretty much, man. Like a lot of the good old school game creators, they're older now, you know? A lot of them are either retiring or just not really in the business anymore, you know? How many hours have I put into DioField now? I'm on chapter 3 and I want to say maybe about 20 hours so far. Not a whole lot of time, but, you know, I mean, like I said, it's not going to be a game that's going to take a long time to beat. I assume that I'm on chapter 3, there's 6 chapters total. I'm probably close to finishing off this chapter, so I'd say I probably got like another 10-12 hours left in this game. Maybe less, maybe a little more, but it's gonna be somewhere around there. I can't see it being too different from it. But yeah, I think you get a kick out of DioField. I mean, with me, the party that I've been using, it's just been like my cavalry guy, the starting cavalry guy you get, Rias, and then two archers. And that battle party's been working pretty good for me. Though my cavalry guy, he's starting to get knocked around by the enemy, so a part of me is thinking maybe cycle him out and put in, I got a sword and shield chick, like, she has a lot of damage reduction talents. I'm thinking about swapping out the cavalry guy and putting her in there. It's just she doesn't do a lot of damage, you know? I like having that damage to where if I split my team up, I know that they're gonna be able to do enough to like put the enemy down really quick, so I can group everyone together, you know? I don't know. We'll play it by ear, but if he keeps getting beat up like that, you know, to the point where I gotta heal, you know, to keep him alive, I'll think about it. Problem is that I got my mages on my units, you know, to heal, but I haven't been doing it, so that's kind of my fault right there, doing that.
That's the last one, I promise.
Man, look at Walter Quinn. I wonder if she's gonna wind up being like a baddie, you know, down the road. Like, she's just out there doing all sorts of bad things. You'll see, Ascalot, once you get into playing it yourself, how she starts, and then just this transformation that occurs with her. She seems really friendly at first, but she's getting kind of evil now, you know?
Last one? How many have you killed?
Yeah, she was just... oh my god.
Maybe 10?
Look at her, she is like evil. Oh my god, are we gonna fight her? Yes, she does. I mean, look at her. She's talking like, oh, maybe 10 people. Like 10 people that she killed who had no weapons. Like, oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I used to like Walter Quinn, but like, dude, man, she seems like she's a little twisted, and we found out in this chapter that she may or may not have like killed her family and raised them as skeletons. You know, it's... oh lord.
10. These are ordinary people, fooled into disorder by the hollow promise of a better life.
Yeah, she's pretty wicked.
They may have broken the law, but they certainly don't deserve death.
You'll get Walter Quinn in chapter 1, I want to say like near the middle part of it. Maybe like your second or third mission you'll get her. And just keep an eye on her. You're going to see the way that she changes, you know, how oh god. Like, she's just out in the open, like, with her evilness now, where she used to keep it covered up.
Look, we stopped the riot, didn't we? What's the problem?
We stopped the riot, and then you were still killing people after we stopped the riot. That's a problem. That's not good.
The problem is that the Blue Foxes have slaughtered defenseless civilians.
Yeah, I kind of regret all the money that I spent upgrading her gear. I mean, she's like in my backline, in my support staff, you know, and having her gear upgraded allows, like, whenever I use abilities with her to actually hurt the enemy, but oh my god, she's a pretty twisted character.
That's what people will be saying about us now.
Hey, the Blue Foxes didn't do it. Walter Quinn did it.
We've lost the good reputation we worked so hard to earn.
No, we didn't lose it. Just blame it all on Walter Quinn.
But a bad reputation has its advantages too, no?
Dude, listen to her. She is so twisted. Like, oh my god, she is such an evil person.
You did this on purpose? Just to make life difficult?
Look at that. Even Iscarian, like, the all-around good guy, like, tries to see the best in people, and even he's like, wow.
Let's pick this up later, Fred. We have to go.
Damn. Walter Quinn is a just bad one. Just bad one. Oh my.
Over 6 months have passed since the Trovelchovian Empire captured Tagaria Naval Base.
Yeah, they're gonna start pushing in on us
Several
eventually.
were made to retake the base during this period.
Let me guess, they all
But
failed.
Commander Osmaldo Selica's garrison has proved impossible to displace. Osmaldo's forces are clearly superior, yet he has made no attempt to push on beyond Tagaria.
It's only a matter of time till they do.
Left the royal government perplexed as to his motives.
He's waiting for something.
In the meantime, the Blue Foxes have been put to work suppressing riots in the slums of Central Field.
Oh, come on, let us go on to the
Doing
front
so,
line.
Walter Quinn shocks her comrades by ignoring orders and deploying lethal force. On the one hand, Walter Quinn's violent conduct achieves the desired result. The terrified rioters promptly surrender. On the other hand, it severely tarnishes the Blue Fox's reputation, rightly or wrongly mocking them as ruthless killers.
Damn.
As a result, their patron, Duke Hende, has also become a target for criticism from other members of the Lord's Council.
Awesome.
Though this did little to discourage him from continuing to strengthen his grip over Southfield. Before the month was up, the Duke had become the de facto ruler of the entire region.
That's a little concerning. I don't know how I feel about the Duke.
Lorraine, we require an urgent update regarding the situation at Tagaria.
Of course. But may I ask why?
Because we've been getting our butts handed to us over there.
We're going to retake it.
Hey, here we go.
What? Duke Hende hasn't mentioned any such plans.
Screw him. We're gonna go on our own and do it.
He's preoccupied with Southfield at the moment. A preoccupation that is causing his position on the council to grow weaker by the day. It's not a problem for us yet, but it will make life difficult in the long term. However, if we liberate the base, well, then the Duke's detractors would have to stop their carping about his involvement in Southfield.
And have you thought of a strategy? The royal army appears to be at a loss thus far.
They suck. They're not us.
I have a strategy, and I'm confident that we will succeed.
You know, if Rias is confident, then it's a good thing.
Very well.
Rias usually doesn't come up with a plan like that unless he has a good one.
Thank you.
Hey, we got a new... Oh, she's the gunner. She's the gunner.
How about this?
Why, yes.
Hopefully she starts off with better gear than the greens.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't be a Walter Quinn.
Understood.
Don't be a Walter Quinn. That's all we got? 2,000 gold for that? Come on, man. Give me a little more than that. Alright, do we have any others? Okay, okay. She's not... What? Nope, she's not here yet. Huh. Let me see. Still can't do anything yet. Still can't do anything yet. I wish these ones, instead of being 10, were only 5, you know? There we go. His critical strike's gonna be a lot better now. So luck is gonna be what improves your ability to get like critical strikes. Technique is gonna help your abilities to hit harder, do more damage, or heal more. Cat, what are you doing down there? Well, she has both of those leveled up max. Oh, can we do this? Oh, no. She's actually starting to get people close to her now and start hitting her, so that's gonna be a little bit of a concern. I might need to put her in my battle party. I didn't like this weapon. I like having the assassination and shadow step. Alright, so we got a couple of so we'll do the side quest before we start up on the main. Let me see. Let's sell the stuff that we don't need. So I can pretty much guarantee I'm not going to use this. Can I at least put it in the box though? Probably can't. Yeah, it won't let me put anything in there. That sucks. I do want to hold on to the stuff that I have for upgrades, At least until I can, like, you know, make better weapons right here. I like the Shadow Step and Avatar Rush. So I want to hold off until I can, like, upgrade his daggers. Wait a minute, that's where I was just at. I could get this, and then all I'd have to do would be to wait until these come open. I think that there's a trophy where if you get like all of these upgraded, that it like pops for you. I thought this ability would be really nice, but it was kind of poopy, I felt. We could get ignition, or we could get lightning rod. Not really. I mean, at the start, you know, when your characters are pretty low level, I found that, oh my god, I never seem to have enough mana. But, like, at this point in the game, I have more than enough, you know, mana to use my spells. The only thing that hurts you is the cooldown time. But even then, the cooldown, it's not bad. I mean, look at it, 15 seconds, 5 seconds for some spells. So, I mean, it's not an issue. My mages have a lot of EP. Do I want lightning rod, or do I want ignition? I don't know. We do have her now, so I'm thinking about getting this or this. That could be really good. Ooh, then move behind them. So that would be like a shadow step. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Yep. I do want that one though. Maybe I should have took that spell. But then again, I do want to have headshot ready when she's able to learn it. But yeah, let me show you my characters and their EP. So she has like 330 EP, and look at like how much all of her spells cost. 20, 20, 40. The only thing that hurts me is just like the cooldown period. So she has 330. He has 354. All of his spells, the most expensive is Convalescent Circle, and that's only 40. Again, the only thing that really seems to hurt them is, again, the cooldown. He'd have more EP if I upgraded his weapon, but I'm not really using him, you know, so I'm like, no sense, you know, spending money to upgrade his stuff. And even then, 270, 20, 20, 40, he has more than enough EP. He has 180, all of his spells. And the spells that I really use, like Assassination or Shadow Step, they only cost 20. I don't really use a lot of his abilities unless it's like a mounted charge. And he still has a lot of EP. My archer, he has a lot of EP. She has a lot of EP. I'm thinking about like popping her in for this guy, just because she has a lot higher of a defense, and she has pretty good health. But even her, look at that. All of her abilities don't really cost a lot, and she has a lot of EP. Haven't really used this guy. Maybe I should start. I don't know. But he has a decent amount of EP and nothing really cost a lot. I like Rain of Arrows with her. That's how come I haven't upgraded her weapon yet. I'm waiting until I can upgrade my bows to one where she can keep Rain of Arrows. Yeah. So you're not really going to be too worried about your EP. At the start of the game, of course, it's going to be a problem because your characters are low level. Oh yeah, that's what I do. I spam my abilities a lot. Like I use my archers, I use him, I use her abilities a lot, and I use his. Him, I don't use his abilities as much as what I do my other ones. If anything, I think I have him and her paired together, and I just have him like going in and attacking, and her following up with like some of her spells. I'm thinking about swapping her out and putting my healer back in, because I want to get his level up to the point where like he has more EP, because he's pretty far behind. And this guy, like, he's a true dedicated healer with his healing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now while I'm thinking about it. Besides, she's crazy. You sit right there and you think about what you've done. Do I want to keep him in there? Or do I want to put him in? He's close to a level. I'll keep him until he gets 21, then I'll pop this guy in. Alright, let's get those side quests going. I wonder if he's gonna say anything about Walter Quinn being nuts.
Andreas, I have a question for you.
What is it, Oliver?
How do you go about selecting members for the Blue Foxes?
Oh, no problem, Ascalot. If you have any questions, by all means, you know, you can just like DM me. I'm also on YouTube. I'll have a lot of my videos for this and other games up there. You can just always pop me a question in there if you have any. Me, I'm in Michigan, Okemos, Michigan. We're in our winter period right now where, I don't know, by like 5 o'clock it's almost pitch black outside.
The unit contains knights, mercenaries, foreign soldiers, thieves, capable warriors, one and all.
Yeah, That's what I hate about living in Michigan. Whenever it's winter, it gets dark so fast. I teach, so I'm looking to go south, you know, for like my job, just so I can get somewhere where we have a bit more sunlight. It's just so depressing when it's dark early, you know.
I find people with talent, that's all.
Do we really say Walter Quinn has talent right now, other than a talent for killing innocent people?
Indeed. I doubt I have ever seen such a force. Not even in my time in King Rhaegal's guards.
You defended King Rhaegal?
Yes. Our ranks were full of honorable knights, but over time their dedication waned.
I do like Donovar. Like, I used him while I was, you know, off screen, just trying to grind for money to upgrade my people's gear. Like, he's pretty good. Whenever he hits something, he has like a leech ability where he takes a percentage of the damage that he's dealing back as health. So that's pretty cool.
They began to act for their own profit, thinking only of ways to best their competition.
You left out of disgust for what they had become.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of games that I have up on YouTube. I wish I would have had like more of my other playthroughs of games. Like I did, oh gosh, that samurai game that came out of Ghost of Tsushima. That's a really good game. I'd highly recommend that. I like the duels in that. That was really fun. And some of the puzzles, you know, in order to unlock, like, all of the stuff. I got a platinum on that game. Really good game.
I did. And now, I pray that the blue foxes do not fall prey to the same ailment.
Yes, Valkyrie Profile. That's a really good game. I plan on getting back to finish up the Seraphic Gate, you know, at some point. It's just, there's only one save point, and it's right at the start of it. And it's a big, massive dungeon. Like, the last time I played, I want to say it took like 2.5, 3 hours to get through it, you know, from like the start to the finish, you know. And there's a lot of grinding that I'm gonna have to do to get my characters leveled up. Oh, oh, I got Valkyrie Profile Samaria. That's such a good game. I mean, it's like part prequel, part sequel to Valkyrie Profile. Really good game. I saw that those two, like Valkyrie Profile and Valkyrie Profile 2, like they're going like for, I don't know, like $300 on eBay. A part of me was like, you know, Dustin, you got it on the PS4, you can play it there whenever you want, but I kind of like having the actual like disc for the PS1, you know?
We shall not.
I don't know, Rias. We have Walter Quinn in the group. She's crazy.
You seem very certain of that.
I have not a single doubt.
I don't know, Rias. Walter Quinn's pretty crazy. She's pretty nuts. I do like these side quests like that. Easy 2,000 gold. And a little bit of reputation gain. Not much, but still, better than nothing. Alright, we had another one. Oh, it's in the back. Alright, why is Walter Quinn so crazy?
I've got quite a tale for you, Andreas.
Have you now? I'd been hoping to speak to you too, as it happens. Who were those men who visited you earlier?
Oh.
They work for nobles who recently moved from Southfield to Centralfield. It seems they've made quite the fortune from some sordid dealings, and are in need of bodyguards.
It was a request for the Blue Foxes?
No. They wanted me to abandon the unit and take some able hands with me.
Oh.
So I put your name forward as well. If you leave, I shall follow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like any game that has side quests, I'm always running out there and doing it just because the rewards that you can get, sometimes they're just too good to pass up. Sometimes they give you like characters that you wouldn't get any other way. Gotta do the side quest.
I have no intention of leaving.
And sometimes it's good just to get away from the main story. Just do something else, you know?
They say they'll pay double.
They'll pay double?
It could be quadruple and it would make no difference.
Ah, Rias.
Very well. I know a man who can't be convinced when I see one.
I have no interest, but if you want to leave, I shan't stop you.
No, Rias, I want to keep this guy with us. We need someone who's not like a psychopathic mage. Just saying.
No, I'm staying. I'm not about to leave just because you've told me I can.
Do what you will. I've not the attachment to you that you may think I do.
Rias, come on, man. Being so cold to this guy, but... Ay, ay, ay.
That much is plain. but you'll come around eventually.
I like him. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're about halfway. We got a lot of money now. At the start of the game, I remember we had to do a lot of grinding in order to get like money. It always felt like we were broke, but now we're at the point where we got a pretty sizable build up of funds right now. I like that. All right, that's all of the side quest I'm willing to bet. No, my YouTube's not monetized. I want to say I got 16 or 17 followers on it right now. I mean, sometimes my videos, they take a while to get traction. Like, I'll post them on Twitter. Oh gosh, I'm behind a few videos. I should probably do that for DioField. But I'll put them on there, and eventually I start seeing how I'm starting to trickle up and getting them views. Oh, thank you very much, Ascalot. Much appreciated. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting there. It's just taking time. It takes a while to like get yourself built up to that point, you know? But I want to say we got like a little over 600 videos up there now. I do plan on going back and doing another playthrough of Ys 8. I don't know if you've played that series at all. Oh, dude, that'd be much appreciated. Hey, anything about getting them views up, getting some views, getting some likes, that helps a lot. Whichever one of the playlists for, like, if you see a game up there that you haven't played before that you're curious about, I'd recommend taking a look at that. If you like RPGs, take a look at the Ys, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. You might like that game. That or Tales of Arise. If you have played the Tales series, that would be a really good one. Tales of Arise or either of my Ys playthroughs. But yeah, I plan on adding some other ones to the list. I got some games that I want to go out there, replay through again. Like I said, Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. That's a good... Oh, you played most Tales games? Yeah, Tales. The Tales series is such a good series. So many good games, and they have just as many, you know, as the Final Fantasy series. No, I feel you on that. Oh my god, I've been playing like RPGs for like well over 30 years. Oh god. But hey, I think I'm gonna leave right now. Been about 3 hours. I gotta get ready, gotta get to sleep. We're back in school tomorrow, so oh yeah. Weekend goes by so fast. But hey, Ascalot, I hope to see you on here again like another time. It'd be like really good talking with you. Let me know how DioField is going for you. Hey, it was awesome having you on here. Once you get DioField and you start playing it, if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, the usual lineup that I've been using, I mean, I found that it works for me. I use Rias, I have Fred, I use Iskarion, and I use, I'm not even gonna try saying her name. Not even gonna try. And these are who I usually have them paired with. I have Rias paired with her, just so that way he has a stun with her shield bash and her roundhouse slash if he gets surrounded. I have him paired with like a mage. Right now I have him paired with my healer because he's just been getting smacked around. What time is it now? Let me see. Oh, pushing about 9 o'clock. Yeah, I gotta get to bed soon. I have Iskarion. I have him paired with like another one of my mages, like offensive focus mage. Yes sir, yes sir. Good old Michigan. And I have her paired with like a melee person. I'm thinking about like taking this guy out and pairing her with a cavalry guy, just because I noticed a couple of times when I jumped him into the enemy line, when I had everyone split apart, the enemies were able to like walk right up and start popping her. She doesn't have a lot of hit points, so I'm thinking about putting this guy in because he has the mounted charge, just so he can push the enemies away from her. He's kind of like this guy in that regard, just not as much health and not as good of attack, but we'll get him there. It'll take a little bit of time, but we'll get him there. But yeah, that's just what I've been doing, and I found that it's been pretty effective for me so far. No issues or anything. But hey, again, on that note, you take care. I hope you see you next time. And again, if you have any questions about DioField or any of the other games, by all means, like, just ask. Just send me a question and I'll try and walk you through it to the best of my ability. Yeah, have a good one, Ask a Lot. See you next time. Take care, guys.